Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ami, and today I'm going to guide you how to tackling a boring life. So some of you who watches this video, perhaps you feel like life is kind of meh. You know what I mean? You don't have that excitement in life. You don't have that spark, maybe in your life general, maybe in your relationship, maybe in your career, maybe in your other situation. So somehow we all gone through this, I've gone through this, I've been going through this. Now I feel content with myself, especially when my kids were still small. I felt like, is life just this? Just do the housework, looking after the children, because I gave up my job when the kids still small. And then I found it that it's not me. And then I was in the quest of something I didn't know what it is. So perhaps some of you that are here watching this video, you feel similar like what I had in the past. Maybe you have gone through this, or perhaps maybe you are currently trying to find what is it that you're looking for. So signs that you are living a boring life. You spend so much time of scrolling, okay? Trying to find what other people are doing, and then start comparing yourself with their life. That will bring you, what can I say here? It makes you feel perhaps that you are not as good as them if they are doing better than you, okay? Because we compare ourselves to someone or others that is better than ourselves, right? We don't compare ourselves to them who, you know, below us. Okay? And then you feel sad, but you don't want to change anything in your life. You feel life doesn't give you that spark anymore. I repeat the the word here. And then you feel disconnect with others. Perhaps all of a sudden your family busy. So they don't have time for you anymore. Maybe your partner, they're also busy with their project, with their career, maybe with their business. So you feel left alone. You feel like maybe you don't get enough attention. Nobody listen to you. Even your children or your kids, maybe they're doing their own things, especially if your kids are grown up. Maybe they're at high school. They start living their life. You feel like your kids don't need you anymore. They don't need your time anymore. They don't need the attention that you gave them when they were small, they were little. So you feel like, oh, why everybody distant from me? Those are the signs that life changing is happening in your life. So I'm going to guide you how to tackling this. All right? Forget to find someone that makes you happy. Forget it. Okay? You can find a friend, a group of friends, a community to help you to lift you up again. But forget about someone who give you the happiness that you had in the past. Because this time is for you. Okay? You give your time to yourself. You give your attention to yourself. You give your energy to yourself. So this is the time to chase your goal. So you have to be honest with yourself. What is it that you want to do? Perhaps since you were small, you had some kind of dreams, right? That still not fulfilled until now, until you are an adult. So go back to the past and then ask yourself, oh, what is my a childhood dream, the unfulfilled. And this is the time for you to fulfill your dream. Okay? Tackling a boring life involves actively by breaking routines, okay? By cultivating curiosity. So if you have been thinking about, oh, I think I would love to do solo travel. Perhaps you see some people, maybe your friends or your family, they do travel solo travel, and you feel like, oh, how can they do that? You know? And then you think about, I don't think I can do that because I don't think I'm brave enough. I don't think I'm bold enough. What if I lost? What if blah blah blah? But sometimes, some other time you think about, I would love to do solo travel. That is a curiosity that you have to find the answer, or you have to answer it yourself. How to find your curiosity to take the risk, to take the risk. Or perhaps you have been curious about, oh, I would love to learn photography, but I'm not a good photographer, or I cannot take a photo. Or you worry about, I don't think I'm going to be good at photography, right? Do not let your negative thought or your self-doubt stopping you, okay, to find the answer of your curiosity, okay? The only way to know your ability is to make that first step, okay? So you ask yourself, what is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to do since your childhood, perhaps? Then maybe you have several idea. Write it down and then think about or review it. Which one that you can make it happen now? Okay, start from the first step, the small step. And also, this is the time for you to come out of your comfort zone, right? This is for you to start to do something that will make you grow as a person, right? If you're a mom, remember, you're not just a mom, you are a person. You are a person. You have to have goal in your life. You have to have something in your life, not just about your partner, okay, your husband and your children. How about you? How about you? That's why I encourage a young woman, even though before they got married, or single woman, try to make some time for yourself. Trying to do something for yourself. Try to have goal in your life. So when you are married or in relationship, you know how to set boundary. Okay? So when you are married or in relationship, you have something to rely on other than the other person. Make sense? Okay, so try to switching up daily habits, right? Maybe make some time to socialize, make friends, if possible, face to face. Okay, not just online friend, but real friend, real connection, intimacy, real conversation. Maybe new friends. Don't be shy to get in touch with a new friend, or maybe old friend that you never been close before. Maybe this is the time for you to create connection to that friend. All right? And perhaps maybe since you married and have kids, you don't have time to explore, your local places, right? So this is the time for you to spend some time, even just several hours a week, to explore your local places. Maybe a cafe in the corner that you never been to. Maybe a lake, there's a lake just 20-minute drive from your house you never been to. Maybe restaurant, maybe park, maybe somewhere, whatever it is. You will be amazed if you have time for yourself. You will find something to do or something or somewhere to go. Okay? So this is the action steps that to redesign your life, right? To tackling a boring life. Number one, step outside your comfort zone, right? It's not easy to step outside comfort zone because we have been sleeping, you know? We're doing the same old thing. That's why we got bored. We got bored because doing the same old thing every single day. Okay, same routine, same activities. This is the time for you to, what can I do next? Always think about what can I do next. So if you have been learning about, for example, maybe dancing, and after several years, you feel like, oh, I know how to dance now. Maybe I'm a good dancer now, right? Think about what can I learn next? What can I learn next? So don't just stop. Oh, I know how to dance, and then you feel like, I don't want to go dance anymore. It's boring, right? I don't know why I'm bored about my dance. I love my dance, before, but now just like it's like moan to yourself. Instead of mourning, it's time for you to think about what can I learn next. Because by having another thing to learn, you feel your life, you know, full of energy again. Because when you learn something, you have to put your energy, your time on, and your effort into that new beginning, right? New start or new hobby, new creativity, whatever that is. You focus on that. Now you not only doing new things, right? But you still have that dance skill. Because in the future, perhaps you will feel bored, you're going to get bored with the new things. And then remember, you have past hobby that you can reminiscing, you can go back to kill the boredom. Okay. So the second one here is to change your routine. Okay. So break the routine by maybe rearrange your home, your house, your office, your living room, your garden, your kitchen. Just rearrange them. And then maybe decluttering as well. It'll be good for your soul, because when you're decluttering, it means that you know which stuff that you don't need anymore, which stuff you want to keep, and maybe which stuff that you want to sell. So you create a room for something new, maybe new idea. Okay. And also, if you are working, maybe take different route when you go to the office, because by taking different route you will be amazed. Maybe somehow you will find a new path that you didn't know that there is a path. Or maybe you will meet someone, you know I don't know, someone, maybe just a friend, or maybe just acquaintance, maybe could be your lover. Okay, whatever it is. And the mundane situation, like washing dishes, ironing, clean the house, sometimes you get bored. So therefore, maybe trying to enjoy, you know, the mundane things, mundane stuff, by listening music, okay? By listening to humor, comedian. So you not only just washing the dishes, but you can also sing a song while washing the dishes. You can dance while you do the ironing. No, just it's not just the ironing. You feel like, oh, do I have to do ironing today? But if you think about, oh, okay, I have to do ironing today, but I'm going to listen to comedian. I'm going to listen to music, or I'm going to listen to something that make my body move, whatever that is. Okay. And pursue passionate hobby. Okay. What is hobby that stimulate your mind? Hobby that stimulate your mind. To me, crochet. Crochet is not easy, right? It looks easy because it took me 2 years to get serious in crocheting. That stimulate your mind, okay? Because the tangle yarn, all the stitches, they're all different. Photography, because you have to be able to use camera. You learn editing, and that really stimulate your mind. Okay, don't just do hobby just very easy. You know, ah, most hobby we have to learn for at the beginning, but after a while you feel like I know how to do it. Okay, so remember to go to the next one. Okay, so the next one here is socialize and connect. Find a new creative community. Okay, maybe you want to join Ramblers, you want to join crochet group, you want to join photo wall, whatever it is. While you are still doing your hobby, but you also connect with others that has the same energy. Okay, the next one here is go outdoor. It's very important. Even just 30 minutes or maybe 1 hour, that would be great for you. It will give you the different energy, because this is, I'm going to give you example here. My son called me last month. What he does is just work, gym, running, walk, gym, running, cooking, same old thing. So he was so upset. He called me so upset, and then I said, why don't you go out and buy yourself nice dinner? And then he did. And he called me after, thanks mom, I feel so good after that. Nice meal doesn't have to be expensive. Nice meal is something that maybe you wanted. You always think to buy that food, but somehow you feel like, oh, I'm not sure, but maybe this is the time for you to go out and buy that food. That will change your energy, change your mood. So I hope this video helped you. Okay, if you have any question, write it in the comment below. So take care, and I'll see you soon.